Welcome to Hoardganize with professional organizer Rachel Seavey. Every Sunday at 6 p.m., Rachel shares her expertise and compassionate approach to help you deal with overwhelming clutter. Rachel?
Hey, collectors! Welcome to the Hoardganize Podcast. I am your host, professional organizer Rachel Seavey, and this episode is about how your beliefs about you getting organized are holding you back. We discussed beliefs briefly in my Scratching the Surface series last year, but that's all that was. We just scratched the surface. This episode is about the specific beliefs that you have about getting organized. Specifically, whether you can or cannot get organized. Just like fears and excuses, there's the belief about whether you can or cannot get organized. A belief is just a feeling, collectors, and we all have many feelings. Beliefs are not facts. Dictionary.com says the definition of a belief is an opinion or conviction. And number 2, confidence in the truth or existence of something not immediately susceptible to rigorous proof. So it's not a fact. We tell ourselves constantly that we can't get organized, so much that we believe it. And you end up believing it in your heart, your mind, your body. Every ounce of you starts believing that you can't get organized because that is what your brain keeps telling you. And even if it isn't true that you can't get organized, the belief is so strong that it constantly sets you up for failure. I'm going to share a short story. It's one that a client shared with me a few years ago, and I've thought of this story often. Some of you may have heard it. It's called The Cookie Thief. The author is Valerie Cox. A woman was waiting at an airport one night with several long hours before her flight. She hunted for a book in the airport shops. She bought a bag of cookies and found a place to drop. She was engrossed in her book, but happened to see that the man sitting beside her, as bold as can be, grabbed a cookie or two from the bag in between, which she tried to ignore to avoid a scene. So she munched the cookies and watched the clock as the gutsy cookie thief diminished her stock. She was getting more irritated as the minutes ticked by, thinking, if I wasn't so nice, I'd blacken his eye. With each cookie she took, he took one too. When only one was left, she wondered what he would do. With a smile on his face and a nervous laugh, he took the last cookie and broke it in half. He offered her half as he ate the other, and she snatched it from him and thought, oh, brother, this guy's got some nerve, and he's also rude. Why, he didn't even show any gratitude. She had never known when she had been so galled, and sighed with relief when her flight was called. She gathered her belongings and headed to the gate, refusing to look back at the thieving ingrate. She boarded the plane and sank in her seat. Then she sought her book, which was almost complete. As she reached in her baggage, she gasped with surprise. There was her bag of cookies in front of her eyes. If mine are here, she moaned in despair, the others were his, and he tried to share. Too late to apologize, she realized with grief that she was the rude one, the ingrate, the thief. Now, I'm sure we've all felt like this before, collectors, where you believe something so strong, you know it's the wholehearted truth, and you get so upset about whatever it is, this thought in your head, this belief, this feeling, only to realize that you're completely wrong. Have you considered that your beliefs about you never being able to get organized are completely wrong? Did you notice in the story the conviction? How the lady became physically agitated and completely irritated just based on a negative belief that was completely wrong. Take some time to think about the negative beliefs about getting organized that are holding you back. Do you ever tell yourself that you'll never be able to get organized, therefore living the life that you believe? What if you're 100% wrong? What if it's just like this story and you've gotten yourself all riled up about something that isn't even accurate? Beliefs are not facts. They're just feelings of certainty about something. Collectors, do you think you might be able to manifest a more organized lifestyle simply by believing that you can? I think you can. If you believe that you can get organized and that you are capable of getting organized and that you deserve to be organized, then you will become a more organized person. You've got to believe in yourself. You must believe that you can get organized so that you can allow yourself the freedom to get organized. If you're listening to this podcast on YouTube, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you already haven't, and go ahead and leave a comment. I love hearing what you have to say. Until next time, collectors, and remember, happiness is a place between too little and too much.
This has been Hoardganize with Rachel Seavey. New episodes are available every Sunday at 6 p.m. and also on the Collector Care YouTube channel. Download Rachel's Affirmations for Collectors on iTunes or Amazon.com, or sign up for Rachel's blog at collectorcare.com and receive 7 tips for clutter-free living. Thanks for listening.